The Philippines' build-up for the 2018 Asian Games was, to say the least, like a roller coaster ride that was chock-full of surprising twists and turns. In May, months before the infamous Philippines-Australia brawl, the Samahang Basketbol ng Pilipinas (SBP) and the PBA decided that the country will send a pro team to the quadrennial showpiece. Since the Governor's Cup coincided with the ASEAN, which was held in August in Indonesia, both sides agreed that only the core of the TNT KaTropa and Andray Blatche will represent the country in Indonesia. 2 weeks after, the lineup was finalized by adding Gilas cadets Kobe Paras, Ricci Rivero and Tratter in the fold. Everything was set for the Asian Games until the brawl happened. Blatche, Terrence Romeo, Jayson Castro, Pogoy and Troy Rosario, who were all supposed to see action in Jakarta, were suspended by FIBA for their roles in the melee. Although the SBP clarified the 5 players can still suit up in the ASEAN since the FIBA suspensions only cover the World Cup qualifiers, the federation tinkered on the idea of not sending a team at all. "I would assume, if there are sanctions, and then that's the first international competition that we join. It's a value question, it's a moral question," SBP President Al Panlilio then said. Since the initial plan for the ASEAN already looked far from happening, Rain or Shine said it was open to lending its core players instead. On July 24, Plan B slowly came to fruition as Yang Gia was named head coach for the Asian Games mission, reuniting him with his former Elasto Painters players. However, it didn't take long before things took a completely different route, with the SBP shockingly pulling the Philippines out from the continental meet 2 days after. According to the SBP, participating in the ASEAN would not be optimal since the national team and the federation needed to regroup and prepare for their appeal on FIBA's brawl sanctions. Also, Gilao's wish list of players was thumbed down. For a basketball-crazed nation, the move was obviously met with criticism, especially since the Philippines joined in all but one edition of the Asian Games since its inaugural year in 1951. With the incessant bashing, it didn't take long before local sports officials succumbed to public pressure. By August 5, the SBP backtracked its decision and announced a Philippine basketball team will see action in the ASEAN after all. "We realized there was a strong clamor from our basketball fans, and since we are the house of basketball, we need to really take a look at that clamor," said Philippine Olympic Committee Chief Ricky Vargas. A 14-man pool was formed, with Giao getting some of the players he requested. With barely 2 weeks before their first ASEAN game on August 16, Giao looked to bank on his familiarity with his old reliables and the hopes of NBA player Jordan Clarkson reinforcing the squad.